Hey guys, my name's Lauren. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Today I have something really exciting to be sharing with you. I have got the brand new Physicians Formula Butter Collection with Casey Holmes palette. So this is a collaboration with Casey Holmes from here on YouTube. So I really wanted to pick this palette up because Casey is one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. She's one of the people that inspired me to start my own channel. So I'm so excited for her, so happy for her. This is awesome. This palette is beautiful. It's so pretty, and you're really gonna love what's inside. So before we go ahead and get into it, if you guys would please give this video a like and leave me a comment down below what you think about the palette and if you're going to be testing it out. And also don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell down there so you're notified every time I upload a new video. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So now before we go into the tutorial, I want to go through everything that's included in the palette. So first you can see the palette is a really beautiful pink here. It's kind of got some beachy vibes with some palm leaves, a little bit of a holographic effect to it. You can see that there. The one thing I will say, the palette is a little thick, so for storage purposes, you know, it's a little bit large. But on the back here, you can see Casey with a little message and then everything that's included. There's 6 different items. So the lid to the palette, it is a magnet. And then what I really think is nice, well, you can see my ring light there, is that it has this plastic protective cover, which I think is really nice, especially for a drugstore palette. You don't typically see that. So at the top here, you have another picture of Casey with her signature. You also have 2 little sample eye looks. You have a day to night look up here. And then under the plastic, we have all the items. And so actually what I think I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do a close-up of all the products and swatches for you. Okay guys, so now you can see the full layout of the palette and the products here. So the first thing I'm gonna start with is the bronzer. Now this bronzer is in the shade Deep. I have tried this formula before. I do really like the bronzer, but I don't think I've ever tried the deep shade. It's not too deep, but it's almost, I like it because it has that nice kind of neutral color. So it can be used for both bronzing and contouring. Now this bronzer is not a limited edition one. You can still purchase this separately. And then the same goes for the Butter Blush. This is in the shade Copacabana. And this is kind of like a deeper, more bronzy blush. I have tested this out a few times before. I would just say to use a very light hand with it and then build it up gradually. Next is the new Butter Highlighter. This one is in the shade Just Beachy. So it says limited edition here. I believe this highlighter was created just for this palette. I have tried the Butter Highlighter formula before. I have it in the shade Pearl and I really do enjoy it. So I'm going to give you a swatch of that here. So it's like a really pretty like golden champagne color. It does have a little bit of glitter to it, but I find that it can easily, if you buff it out nicely, it does buff a little bit away. Now I'm going to go into the Butter eyeshadows. So this formula I've never tested out before. I do know that they have 2 new palettes with the Butter eyeshadows at Walmart now, I believe is where I saw them. But I believe these colors are specifically for Casey's palette. So the shades are, the first one is Do Not Disturb. A little more of that here. So it's a really nice kind of traditional bone color, really perfect for just setting your lid. And they're really smooth formulas. The next one is No Filter. So this one is more of like a reddish brown. Really creamy formula. The next one is Tropic Like It's Hot. This is a more richer red tone. Perfect for deepening up the crease and the outer V. That's that there. And then I thought this was a really unique choice. This green shade is in the shade Palms. One more of that here. So it kind of gives like an interesting pop of color. So that's the green there. Okay, so next we have the Butter Lip Creams. This one is a limited edition shade. It's in the shade Pop the Bubbly. I do believe they have a new line of these products, but this is the first time that I have tried it. So it's nice to have this little tab here to pull it out. Swatch this for you here. Again, this is in Pop the Bubbly. There's the shade there. It's kind of like a pinky coral, but it has a little bit of a metallic finish to it, but it's really, really moisturizing. I feel like you could like keep this in your purse and use it as just like a chapstick, but it gives your lips a little bit of color as well. So I really like that. And then of course, the final product is the Butter Paradise Eau de Toilette body spray. This I really love. I had gotten this before in the previous butter palette. So after I complete the tutorial, I'm going to spray some of this on me and then I will see if I can find the notes and read them to you. Okay, so that's all the products in the palette, so let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. So the first thing that I'm going to start with is the Butter Bronzer. Again, this is in the shade Deep. I'm going to be taking my EcoTools bronzer brush. This is a little bit more precise and tapered because I'm going to use this not only to do my bronzing, but a little bit of contouring. You know, even though the palette is a little bit big and bulky, I still kind of feel like it would be good for traveling because you have everything, almost everything you need in it. It's, you know, most of your face products, your eyeshadow. As you could see before I started here today, I already did my foundation, concealer, and powder, and my eyebrows. So as long as you have like those other main things, you know, besides the palette, it would just be a few more things to pack. I will also say though, I kind of wish the palette had a mirror in it because of its size. I think there would be plenty of room to do a nice mirror along with it. So again, this bronzer's in the shade Deep, and I'm pretty fair, but I still feel like it's an okay color for me. I do kind of feel like though if you had a deeper skin tone, it could be buildable to a deeper shade. Okay, so there's the bronzer, and you can see I think it worked well for a contour, but it also was nice to warm up the skin as well. So the next product I'm going to be going in with is the Butter Blush. So this one again is in the shade Copacabana. I'm going to be taking my e.l.f. This is a Tarte blush brush because this product, it's very pigmented, so I just want a light fluffy brush so I don't pack on too much product to start. And again, I do want to mention this palette smells so amazing and tropical. If you've tested any of the butter products before, you know what I'm talking about. And so that's pretty much what the body spray smells like in here. So it's kind of like a rosy bronze color. I feel like this palette, not only the colors, but the names of the products is giving me like vacation tropical vibes, which is kind of funny because I'm looking outside at the maybe 3 inches of snow we got over the past 24 hours. But it's taking me to a warmer place. So I'm just going to blend those two products out a little bit on my cheeks. And I think the name of these products is really fitting, the Butter Collection, because these products are so smooth and blendable. Okay, next is my favorite part of the palette, which is the Butter Highlighter. So this one is in the shade Just Beachy. This was the limited edition color for this palette. So I am going to go in with my Real Technique setting brush, tap it in. And the formula of the highlighter is a little bit different than the other products. This almost has that kind of wet consistency of it, kind of reminiscent of the ColourPop highlighters, but a little bit more of a softer formula. Really pretty champagne color. It's so pretty. I really love that. I hope they change their mind about this being limited edition and release this as a single, because I wouldn't want to run out of this. And then if you are wondering about the price of the palette, I believe it was $19.95. I bought it off of the Physicians Formula website, but I did see that they have it on Ulta now, so I will link them down below. Hopefully they are not still sold out. They were the last time I checked, and then I'll also put the exact price on the screen for you, but I believe it was $19.95. So there's the highlighter. I'm also going to go into a little bit on my Cupid's bow. It's so pretty. I love this color. A little bit on the tip of my nose. A little bit on the bridge of my nose. And there we go. So here are just the face products. I really like them. I think they're really buttery and smooth. Very suitable name. Blend out really nicely. Really enjoy them, and I love the scent of them. Okay, so now I've brought you in a little bit closer so that you can see the products on my face a little bit more close up, but also because I'm going to be starting with the eyes in a second here. So I think the highlighter, all the products give a really pretty glow to the skin, kind of like a luminous finish, and they blend out really seamlessly on the face. So now to start with the eyes, I'm going to take kind of like this fluffy brush, and I'm going to take this shade Do Not Disturb, this ivory bone color, and blend this out all over my lids. And even for an ivory shade, I feel like this is super pigmented. So now that the lids are set, I'm going to take this fluffy crease brush from It Cosmetics, and I'm actually going to go in with a little bit of the bronzer and use that as my transition shade. Not that you couldn't use the other two eyeshadows that are there, they're just a little bit on the deeper side. So I'm just going to start with the bronzer shade and then start building up the color. Okay, now we've just started to build up that color in the crease. Next, I'm going to go in with the shade No Filter and build up the crease color a little bit more. And be very careful with these, they're super, super pigmented. So just a little bit goes a long way, as you can see. Okay, so there's the look so far. Giving a nice color buildup in the crease. And next I'm going to go in with Tropic Like It's Hot, this more reddish tone. Again, just a tiny bit goes a long way. I'm going to start building up the outer V and pulling it into the crease. Okay. Now that we've got the red in the outer corner and we've started to pull it into the crease, I'm going to go in with this flat shader brush from BH Cosmetics. I'm going to go in with the green shade now, so Palms. Pack that onto my brush, and I'm going to pack this onto the outer V. So it does take a little bit of building up to really make this green color stand out. I think it's a really pretty shade. And I like that this is pushing me out of my comfort zone. Green isn't a color that I really use too often. I don't really know that I have much green in my collection besides some of the teal shades in the Subculture palette. So now you can see that I've packed that green onto the outer corners. So the next thing I'm going to do is go back in with the bronzer shade and just kind of blend all the edges. Okay, next I really want to make this look kind of pop, so I'm going to actually just go in with my finger and using the highlighter again, just because I really love this shade. And I'm going to pat this over the inner 2/3 of the eye, kind of overlapping it with that green. And I kind of love that when you do that here, it kind of gives that more like brighter green right in the middle. Gives it a little bit of a pop. Okay, so there's the lids. And now I'm gonna go in with some brown eyeliner. I'm gonna do some tight lining on the bottom and the top, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now I have the eyeliner done. And then to do the lower lash line, I'm gonna go back in with the green shade on this little pencil brush from e.l.f. and pack this onto the lower lash line. I really like this green shade with my blue eyes. I do have a little bit of green in my eyes, but I feel like it would be really pretty with brown eyes too. So now there's the green under the eyes, but just to kind of soften it up and to blend it together, I'm going to take the fluffy crease brush again and go in with a tiny bit of the bronzer and blend that out. Okay, and I'm not going to do any like liquid liner today, like wing liner. I kind of just like the look how it is, and I'm just going to finish up with mascara. This is my Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced. Then to finish off the eyes, I just cleaned off this pencil brush again. I'm going to again go in with the highlighter because I can't get enough of it, and do that on the inner corner of the eyes. And then I'm also going to put this on the brow bone. Okay, so here is the finished look for the eyes. I really love it. I think it's so pretty. I love that green. I feel like I'm ready to go on vacation. I feel like this is a very tropical look. I don't even think you need like eyeliner or false lashes at all. I feel like these colors really speak for themselves. So I really love that. So now for the lips, I'm going to go in with the Butter Lip Cream in the shade Pop the Bubbly. So again, this is a limited edition color for the palette. I did just quickly go in with my NYX lip liner in the shade Peekaboo because this is more of a moisturizing product. I wanted to have some kind of more so define my lips. I'm going with this now. I really love the formula of this, really creamy and smooth. So now for the final product in the palette, we have the Butter Paradise Eau de Toilette spray or perfume, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just going to spray this on now. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It smells, if you love the smell of the butter bronzer already, you're going to love this, but it's even better. I would say it's more of like a vanilla coconutty kind of scent, not like sunscreeny at all, but it has that tropical feel to it, but with a vanilla twist to it. So it didn't have the notes of the perfume on the packaging, but I will try to find them online and maybe put them over here on the side of the screen so that you can read them. I have tried this perfume before because they had it in their last palette that they did, and I still really love the scent of it. The only thing I would say, the negative, is that it doesn't last too long on the skin, but that's the only thing. Okay, so here is the finished makeup look. The lips, the product is really moisturizing. I really love it, but I like that it has this kind of like soft pink color, but it almost has a little bit of metallic finish, gives it a little bit something different. The eyeshadows I absolutely love, and I love the color scheme that she chose. And then, of course, for the face products, I'm not surprised that I love them. They were all new colors for me, but products that I've, tried before and know that I really like. They work really well. As far as the price of the palette, so I think it was like around $19, $20. I do think that's a good price because I think the bronzer itself is like $14. This is a little bit smaller than the usual size, but I think that's about the same price for all of the face products. They're a little bit smaller, but the fact that you're getting 3 of them, plus the eyeshadows, plus the lip cream, plus the perfume, I feel like it's a really good deal. So I think it's really awesome. And again, of course, the palette is just beautiful to look at. I really love it. I'm so happy for Casey. I think this is so awesome. She truly deserves it. I will link the palette down below. I will do wherever I can find it. So I think right now it's on both Physicians Formula website, which is where I got it from, and that it is also on Ulta's website now too. So I highly recommend this palette. I give it 2 big thumbs up. I really love it. Alright guys, so that's all I have for you today. I really thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give it a like and comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you've picked the palette up, what you think about it. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and to hit that bell so you get notified every time I upload. Thanks again so much for watching, guys. I hope that you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I hope that I see you in the next one. Bye, guys.